Hi friends! Welcome to our science time today. Remember, we always have science on Tuesdays. Our experiment today is called Fireworks in a Jar. Wait a second, that might sound kind of familiar to you. That's because we did this same experiment in our classroom a couple months ago. But I thought that we would go ahead and do it again today because it's really easy and you probably have all of these materials at your house, so you can do this at home. So let's talk about what we need today to do our experiment. Okay, so the first thing you need is a jar like Miss Hulsher has right here, or a different size jar, or a glass. Okay, something that you can see through. It's clear and you can see through it, okay? So anything will work. The next thing you need is some warm water. So my jar, this is what Miss Hulsher is going to use. It has warm water. You can use the water from your sink, just make sure it's really warm. Or you can have your grown-up help you and you could put the water in your microwave for a couple seconds, okay? But make sure you can feel it and you can feel its warmth, okay? So some warm water. You will also need some vegetable oil. You know what this is. We use this a lot in science. So vegetable oil. You're going to need some food coloring. You know what food coloring is as well. And Miss Hulsher put down some aluminum foil because remember, food coloring stains really easily on your hands or on the table. So just make sure you're really, really careful when you're using your food coloring, okay? You also need a separate bowl. This is what we're gonna put our oil in. You also need a teaspoon. This is how we're gonna measure today. And then you also need a fork, okay? Are you ready? Let's go ahead and let's get started. All right, so make sure you have your jar with your warm water. I'll set that right here for later. All right, the first thing you're gonna do is you need to measure 4 tablespoons of oil. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, and we need 1 more to make 4. 4 tablespoons of oil in our bowl, okay? That's our first step. The next step is we're gonna put a couple drops of food coloring into the oil, okay? So let's see. Miss Hulsher is gonna use some purple food coloring. So I'm gonna put a couple drops in my oil. 1, 2, 3. So I put 3 drops of purple food coloring. Make sure you put the lid back on. I'm gonna put, what color is this? Red. I'm gonna put a couple drops of red in here. 1, 2, 3. 3 drops of red food coloring. And then I'm gonna put some blue food coloring in here because blue is Miss Hulsher's favorite color. All right, let's put a couple drops of blue in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put 4 drops of blue in. All right, so our food coloring is in the oil. That's what it looks like. You can see some big dots of the food coloring in the oil. But now we have to mix it up. So that's why you have a fork, so you can mix it. Okay, so just mix your oil and your food coloring for a couple seconds. Ooh, I can see that the dots are starting to separate. Now I have a bunch of little itty bitty food coloring dots. Oh, that looks really pretty. All right, I think that's ready. So the last thing we're gonna do is we're going to pour our oil and our food coloring into the jar of warm water, and that's how we're gonna make our fireworks, okay? Remember, as scientists, we use our eyes to make observations about what we're seeing and what we're noticing, okay? So use your eyes to make some observations. Are you ready? Let's look for the fireworks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Be really careful. blue fireworks and red fireworks. Wow. Oh, those are so pretty. They look like real fireworks, friends. Whoa. I can see the purple. I can see all the colors. So friends, remember that oil is lighter than water. So all the oil, it stayed on the top of the water, but the food coloring is heavier than the oil. So that's why the food coloring went to the bottom of the water and it dissolved into the water and then expanded to make our fireworks. Wow. So now the water looks really dark, but we got to see some really beautiful fireworks in there. That is so awesome. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed our science experiment today. I hope that you try this at home and have lots of fun. I really miss doing science with you every Tuesday, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for joining me today. Bye, friends.